They call me Dan the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy Dtlf back with another post-game recap. As the Lakers unfortunately fall in the game one of the California Classic versus the Golden State Warriors, 89-84. There was some good, there was some bad, and there was some ugly. We're going to break all that down, as well as stay tuned because at the end of the video, we're going to be doing 2 giveaways, compliments of Nate via Cash App. So have your Cash Apps ready. That way, when I announce it, you guys can drop them, and then maybe Kimmy Gold or Nate, or we can split the picks or whatever. Can pick one each because I hate picking. I love you all equally. All right. But here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's break it down because there was good, there was bad, and there was ugly. Let's start with the ugly first. We're gonna go in reverse. We always want to start with the bad news first. Bad news. All right, Dalton Knecht. Looks like his confidence is still shot since the trade. Looks like his confidence is still shot since he got benched. He did end up with 10 points. However, he was 3 for 13 from the field, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, which is his specialty. 2 assists. He did have 2 steals and a block, but he had a turnover as well. Played very poorly. He was unassertive. I didn't like the way he looked at all. Granted, not everybody played today at all, right? No Bronny James tonight. A couple players went missing tonight. I guess we'll get them tomorrow because, again, no Adu Thero. Obviously, he's out for Summer League. No Eric Dixon. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow, hopefully, both him and Bronny James. But, yeah, we're missing like 3 key guys. Regardless, no excuse. It was a tale of 2 halves. The first half, well, the Lakers played solid, even though Dalton did not. And then the second half, we completely collapsed. Appreciate you, JoJo. We completely collapsed. But again, Dalton Knecht 3 for 13 is just not going to cut it. 23% from the field was bad. His handles still look like they need a lot of work. His defense still needs a lot of work. That was the ugly. The bad was the second half. The Lakers played a solid first half, left the half with a lead, and then we look like the regular season Lakers where they don't show up in the second half. That was the bad. I mean, I thought the Lakers had this one in the bag. We got a lot of talent, a lot of players we did like. So now let's move on to the good, right? The good was Cole Swider, 7 for 10 from the field. All right, this man ended up with 24 points and 8 rebounds. Looks like he's improved in that department. He had a steal as well, only 1 turnover. 8 rebounds and 24 for a veteran like Cole Swider, who looked like he didn't belong in Summer League, is good news for him personally. I don't know if he would fit on this Laker roster. Maybe they get him on a 2-way contract. But I always been puzzled how in this league there's players like Cole Swider that don't actually have a roster spot. Yes, I know his defense is not the best, but it looks improved. He actually rebounded well and stuff. He didn't look as much as a liability on the defensive end today. It is only 1 game, so I don't want to put too much into it. But I'm puzzled to see how a player like that, who looks like prime Ryan Anderson, cannot find himself on an NBA roster spot. Again, 24 points, 8 rebounds. He almost brought us back. All right, and he's been killing for us in Summer League since I can remember, since 2022. So credit to him. It was good news to see him out there. Debo, he got a couple of rebounds. He got 2 blocks. I always like his toughness. Dijon Gordon was decent as well. 3 for 7 from the field. He ends up with 7 points. He also had a couple of rebounds. All right, he was decent. DJ Stewart, man, really stood out to me. DJ Stewart, the point guard out of Duke, 7 for 10 from the field for 20 points. He also had 6 assists. He had a steal. He did have 4 turnovers, but it is Summer League. He's going to get sloppy sometimes. He was highly impressive. I like DJ Stewart and Cole Swider, the ones that stood out to me the most. All right, but again, tomorrow we most likely will get to see Bronny and Dixon, who were missing. Those are 2 of the major key pieces right there. Who else? Darius Baisley hasn't shown much improvement. He was 2 for 8 from the field, 10 points. I did like his hustle. He did have 3 blocks and 4 rebounds. I definitely like that part of about it. RJ Davis was decent. Nothing crazy though. 1 for 7 from the field. It was kind of an ugly game, especially in that second half. But yeah, that's what I took away from it, is that I really like, saying what those 2 players did, and everybody else, well, not so much. But that's what Summer League is about. It's about finding talent. Not necessarily, wins would be nice, but it's more about finding talent. And we didn't have a complete roster here today, unfortunately. I still want to see Dixon. Still want to see what Bronny's got. But, yeah, I was disappointed. It is only 1 game for Dalton. That's the good news. But, man, he looked a lot better last year for sure. Why are 6-year players in Summer League? they're trying to earn a roster spot. I can't be mad at them, man. I cannot be mad at them. Definitely not Lakers' future, but even if we don't see a roster spot for him here, I wouldn't be surprised if like Miami, like last time, or somebody threw a contract at him. I mean, he looked like the best shooter, out there in summer league, as he should, because he's a veteran, and he looks like he improved rebounding and stuff like that. So I was impressed. I was thoroughly impressed, but that's what I expect to see from a veteran like Cole Swider, to be honest. Let's see. What's up, sis? She says defense is all about effort. He can get better. He'll be awesome if he steps that side of his game up. I really like what Swider brings to the table. Again, he reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember a couple years back, Ryan Anderson, a.k.a. Rhino, who played for the Orlando Magic. His game is very comparable. I like the fact that he actually stepped back and created a couple of shots for himself today. Usually he was just a spot-up shooter, but he's got such a quick high point of release with his height that he's going to get that shot off often. If that translates to the NBA, which it already has because a couple of teams gave him contracts last year, then he could be an asset for somebody. I wouldn't mind him on a two-way contract, or we cut somebody like one of the extra guards we have, then yeah, give it to him. Why not? I'm sure somebody could, find his skill set to be very useful, especially if he ever gets like 5 to 10 minutes with like a Luka or a LeBron. They could find him for some wide open shots. If it translates, it translates. I mean, you would have yourself a sharp shooter, even though, again, defense is still questionable. I like his rebounding a lot better. That was good to see for sure, man. But for those of you that didn't, make sure you guys tap in. We do got summer league coverage coming up tomorrow. I got you guys with pregame, postgame, all of that. Hopefully, we'll get to see Dixon and Bronny tomorrow. I think they were late game scratches, probably because there's 3 games in 4 nights, and we don't want to overuse these players or even risk injury right before Las Vegas Summer League. So that's going to be the one that counts the most for sure. Yeah, Dalton didn't look good. It's only 1 game, but he looks disinterested. Maybe he's catching wind of all these rumors and he doesn't want to be here. Whatever the case may be, he should still play his hardest because, it's going to hurt his stock, right? He's only a rookie. He is 25, though. So this is why a lot of teams sometimes don't draft players like him, because they're 25, and if they don't show tremendous growth from year to year, then they have already hit their ceiling, and then they become less than role players. They become journeymen, and that's what we don't want for Dalton. Dalton has tremendous potential. He did not show that today. Blake Hinson, it still hurts me that we let him go. Another player like Cole Swider that I'm shocked that they don't stick. Yes, they only have one attribute, which is shooting, but that attribute they do extremely well. And, man, I'd be damned if we can't find a roster spot for a player like that. You can tell when people don't work on their game, Dalton should be in the lab. Well, I didn't see a lot of anything, bro. Even when he attacked, he kind of was, he was kind of tentative. And that was that's definitely a setback for us. Him being so tentative and holding back on the attack a lot. You hate to see it. He does look the same, but again, it's only 1 game, so I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. It's only 1 game. We really don't want to, we don't want to judge a player's game based. Anybody can have a bad game. Anybody can have 1 bad game, right? But again, the defense was bad in the second half for the entire roster, man. Dalton being a second-year player, though, it's just a bad look. Again, 3 for 12 from the field. It's not good for double-digit scoring. Really bad. Now, credit to the Warriors, man. It seems like they're a plug-and-play offense. Anybody that goes in there just looks good. They had 2 draft picks like Tui and Richards out there, 52 and 56 picks in the draft. They had Isaiah Mobley. I really like him. They had a couple of good players, good veterans in there, and it showed. We should have still took them out, but we took our foot off the gas in that second half, man. But again, summer league games are often less about final score and more about player development and evaluation. So that's what we're looking at. That's what I will keep it to. It would have been exciting if we win, of course. That's always exciting. But we're looking, like I said, even pregame, I'm looking at individual performances. And again, Cole Swider definitely stood out to me. And of course, DJ Stewart, again, 7 for 10 from the field with 6 assists. Exactly what you want to see from a young player. So, Dan, you're a Kobe fan, right? Diehard Kobe fan, but even more diehard Laker fan. So I'm always been team above players. But yes, that is my GOAT right there, Sean. Absolutely. You see the jersey, man. You see the shirt. Let's get it. Got to work on his handles and defense, man. Ron, he was barbecue chicken alert again today. I'm a big fan of Dalton. I'm only giving him tough love because I know he's capable of so much more. But I am expecting to see improvement throughout summer league. If not, I don't know. You can definitely expect his name being thrown out there in more rumors, man. And that's unfortunate because, again, a sharpshooter like Dalton you could always find use for him. Kobe said every year you should come back with something new. Facts. But again, small sample size. Let's hope that he looks better in the next up and coming games. That would be ideal because, again, we drafted him with the 17th overall pick. I don't know if you guys remember. I didn't have Dalton Knecht on my board. Everybody was excited when drafting him, and I wanted to see. I was always skeptical. I did like what he did in college and all of that, and I liked what he did in the early stint of his career with the Lakers. It wasn't until he got benched where he started looking different, and he started kind of, regressing a little bit. But again, it's only a very small sample size, and I want to see more. I think Vegas Summer League, you'll really get to see him, how he stacks up even against this year's crop of talent of drafted players. So, man. Let's see. Lakers should have kept Blake Hansen. In hindsight, yes. But there's not enough room to keep everybody, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately. So I'd love to see Swider next to Luka. He's a real shooter. I think it's early, obviously, to judge Dalton, but he's not that young. He needs to show progress soon. Facts. He will be 25 before the playoffs start. I thought he was 25 already. He's got such a mature face. Yeah, man. I agree with everything you just said, D-Free. It would be nice to see Swider, but I say just to be on the safe side, put him on a two-way contract, right? That's what I say. JoJo, actually, I do cover a lot of the NBA here on this channel, and I got a second channel called Primetime TV where I will do podcasts all summer long, daily podcasts. One called Beyond Sports and one called Late Night with me and my girl Yessie. So definitely tap in if you're interested in that. If you can, Kimmy Goat, send them the link to that channel, because that's where I want to do a little bit more sports talk and more life talk as well, podcasting. People have been asking for that one to come back since last summer. So that's a very popular one, Beyond Sports and Late Nights with Dtlf and Yessie. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. He said, what up, Stewart Dan? He looks good. Yeah, DJ Stewart, man, let me tell you something. I already gave him a nickname, Stewart Little. He reminds me a little bit of like what Malik Monk is, maybe not as athletic, maybe some Lou Williams in his game. He could be a combo scoring guard who can play make a little bit off the bench. He'd be solid, right? So definitely somebody to look at. And I like his potential, but it's nothing but potential. It's only one game. He needs to show this almost every game in order for him to spread his wings and fly like that, right? Dalton needs to get it together. I know. I'm rooting for the kid. I love the kid, man. I love all the young talent and all that good stuff, man. I love it. So he definitely got to get it together for sure. I agree with you 100%. When Knecht was rolling, you don't pull that guy from the starting lineup. Was disappointed in JJ for not understanding that. I knew his confidence was going to be shot, but damn, a year later, his confidence still shot. I can no longer make excuses for Dalton. We need him to show up, but I'm rooting for the kid again. And there it is. Shout out to Kimmy Goat, man. She's so timely. There's the second channel. If you guys are interested in daily podcasts, tune in because my daily podcast is going to starting next week, starting on Monday. So it's coming up, man. Got a lot to talk about, man, on Beyond Sports over there. And then we're going to have weekly podcasts with me and my girl, as well as YouTube and Chill over on Playback, and just so much content all summer long. Of course, I can't give you guys the same coverage during the year because I fully dedicate myself to Lakers and the NBA. But if you're a Lakers and NBA fan, you're in the right channel because I do have NBA Weekly here on Mondays. I have Around the League. I have so many different podcasts where I do, and we talk about different teams as well. So stay tuned for those. Right now, my main focus is on the Lakers this offseason. Let's see. Dalton ain't trying to look good to get traded. Well, if he keeps looking like this, he might get traded for the cheap. He might end up somewhere like Detroit, or he might end up somewhere he don't want to be at. So he better look good. Whether he gets traded or not, he better start looking good for real, because that'll open up your market and maybe even convince the Lakers to keep you. I don't know. He's been very iffy, man. It looks like we've been missing on the last couple of drafts. I hope I'm wrong about Dalton, and I hope he lives up to his little 17 pick hype. Remember when we drafted him, everybody was hyped about him? Well, some of that hype died off early in the season, so I hope it comes back and, he looks like that guy. How many two-way contracts can we give? 3 two-way contracts is the maximum after the 15 contract spots. So 3 of them for sure. He said, I hope Baisley makes the roster, 6'8" wing, and he's 25. I like him. It's just if you can't shoot, it's really hard to see him making the roster when we already got guys who can't shoot like Vando, unless there's a trade or something like that, right? Keith said, I'm a huge Dalton fan and pulling for him, But if he doesn't improve on defense and ball handling wise, he'll probably be traded. I'm still a fan of Swider too. Swider was a fan favorite a couple years back when he was lighting shit up for us in Summer League, right? Next phase. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the love. He said Cole is a good shooter, but he gets cooked on D. This is why the Heat let him go. My problem with Dalton, this GM is he looked uninterested. Oh, this game, sorry. Gemo looked meh. Well, I'll say this, man. Yeah, I could mention a bunch, and I'm not going to do it, but I can mention a bunch of defensive players that are worse than Cole Swider. At least Cole Swider has some size on him. He did a good job of contesting shots this game, but it is only Summer League. I agree he needs to be better defensively, but I definitely feel like he could find a role somewhere. Just like the same way I feel about my boy. I already forgot his name, man. I ain't gonna say it. But there's a couple players that prefer a roster spot for sure. Defense and athleticism he got. Facts. Big facts. Thank you so much. Next phase. Appreciate you, man. I do agree, though, that Dalton looked uninterested, and that's not a good sign. That means you might have to trade him sooner rather than later. The problem with not pulling connecting is that he also two-folded. He should have stayed in the rotation, but a few hot games shouldn't magically guarantee you a starting spot. That's not typical. I don't know, man. I'd be the type of coach where if you're hot, I'm sorry, Rui, you got to ride the pine for a bit until he cools off. Once he cools off, he gives you like 3 to 5 bad games, then you give Rui back his spot. But what if he never cooled off? What if his confidence would have been through the roof? And we're talking about Dalton the way we talked about Austin last year. What if? We'll never know because I think JJ prematurely pulled him out. And I've never been a fan of coaches that do that. They have favorites and they stick with them. I don't like that. I think the real thing that killed him was the trade. Knecht had big games after being benched, but the reality is he's a streaky shooter when he was on very on, but when he's not, unplayable almost, right? This is why I wanted Killel Ware from last year's draft, and I knew he wasn't going to be available to us at 17. He ended up going like 13 or 12 to the Heat. We should have traded up to get him, man. Killel Ware would have been worth every penny. And who knows what would have happened between him and AD. Maybe AD still not on the roster. Maybe Ware would have had to be included in the package to the Dallas Mavericks for Dalton. So it's an irrelevant point at this point. But, you know, it sucks, man. It sucks. It's unfortunate, man. Let's see. Let's see. Are the draft picks just had surgery or just injured? He's just hurt. And I think for precautionary reasons, they're holding him out. You know, that's what I think. Dalton is 25. He should be locked in. Feel like he doesn't want to play for the Lakers. Bro, if that's the case, then why not do the Wiggins trade? If that's the case, then let's do it. Let's overpay. Because if he's only going to continue to devalue here with us, then pretty soon we're going to be begging teams to take his contract off, just like the Cam Whitmore deal. We're going to end up with 2 second-round picks. We all know Draymond Green is one who doesn't cool off. Wait, what? Wait, what? Is it? We all know Draymond Green is the one who doesn't cool off. Draymond Green, how did he come into the fold? That's an interesting name to bring up here. Yeah, let's do it. Might as well then. If that's the case, now Riley up the price right as we speak. Man, tell me about it. We're talking about not overpaying. We've been holding on to Dalton and all this and that, but he's going to play his way out of a contract. He keeps this up. He's an older player, so older players have less of a stock unless you're an NBA-ready team to win a championship. Then you're looking for players like Dalton, right? Oh, for sure. Listen, the first thing I said, if you're just tuning in, was I'm not going to overreact to Dalton. I'm not saying trade him or none of that, but I'm saying he better play better, for sure. He needs to look like Max Christie looked last Summer League. Remember, Max Christie looked tremendous last Summer League. He looked like he didn't belong in Summer League. That's what I'm expecting for Dalton the rest of the way. I know this is one game. We're going to discard it. Still 3 for 12 is really bad, especially considering the Golden State Warriors didn't have like an elite defensive Summer League team or nothing like that. But he needs to be better moving forward, and we'll go from there for sure. Now, he didn't play yet. Hopefully, he'll play tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping for. They would have taken Missy if Dalton didn't fall, and they would have taken Ware if Miami didn't. They were suckered into taking Dalton because he shouldn't have fallen that low. I agree, and I like Dalton, and I hope, again, he plays up to expectations and not down from expectations, but I would have preferred one of those big men we mentioned right there. Max was working hard on this game, and he ended up starting because of it, right? So Dalton should take a page out of his book and work extremely hard and hopefully eventually get the start, because Dalton has the potential. We saw it is there. The potential is there for Dalton to be a starting caliber player, or at least a heavy rotation piece, not somebody who's buried at the end of the bench because he seems disinterested, right? You said, I like the Pels trade better anyway. Herb and Alvarez, I do that. Summer League Lakers need to play some good defense. Facts. They played solid, man. They were getting after it in the first half, and then we look like the real life Lakers when we take the second half off, and everything just fell apart. But again, it's only one game. We play again tomorrow, and then I think we play again on Tuesday, right? That'll be the California Classic finale. Again, the one where we want to see us compete like crazy is going to be the Las Vegas Summer League. So stay tuned for that, guys. Considering how old he is compared to other players, this game is disappointing. Agreed. Disappointed, but haven't given up hope on him yet. That's where I'm at with him. Disappointed, but haven't given up hope on him yet. We need to see better, right? For sure. Definitely subscribe on Playback, guys. Get them priority passes to get to watch along tomorrow. I do appreciate you guys for tapping in, guys. I'm going to keep this one short and brief because we got more pre- and post games coming up tomorrow. And then it's still free agency. It's only day 6 of free agency. So hopefully we get some sort of move. If we do, I will go live, man. Make sure you guys do hit that like button. Subscribe if you already have it. All right, before I get off of here, though, my good friend Nate is doing 2 giveaways. And I'm going to have Kimmy Goat or Nate, whoever types in the name first, pick the winners. So go ahead. Let's do our first giveaway. The first one's going to be for $15. All right, make sure you type in your Cash App right now. I will pick somebody, or they will pick somebody, dare I say, and then we'll go from there. So go ahead and type in your Cash App now for the $15 giveaway. And whoever gets picked, I will highlight and I will screenshot and give you guys the money right after the stream. All right, so type in. Make sure your Cash Apps are spelled correctly and all that good stuff, man. I love giving back to community, man. This is the dream come true for me, and guys like Nate. And, people like that just allowed me to be able to do it. So, yeah, whoever you pick, whether it's Nate or Kimmy Goat, whoever you guys want to pick, go ahead and type in your Cash Apps now. And I'll read a couple comments while those Cash Apps start coming in. D-Free says, and I'd expect Bronny, even if he has a bad shooting game, to still have rebounds, assists, a few flashy passes, plays, and good defense, etc. The floor is just really low for Dalton if he's not hitting. I agree with that. You're not lying about that, my brother. You are not lying about that. Yeah, as far as Bronny, I want to see a tremendous motor, some good defense, elite high basketball IQ, and I want to see him more on ball tomorrow. I want to see him on ball because, man, I'm telling you right now, man, it's really tough. And I mean, extremely tough to make an impact if you're not doing what your attributes are, right? What your specialty is. For Bronny, that's high energy, defense, playmaking, and then scoring last. And then for Dalton, it's scoring first and then the rest last. So those guys have to do what they have to do. All right. Looks like we got a few entries, so it shouldn't be hard for Kimmy Co. or Nate, whoever types in the name first, to pick a winner for the $15 givey that I will be giving you guys right after the stream ends. All right. So Kimmy Goat, if you have a name, looks like we only have a few submissions. I could count them with I guess people don't like free money. I could count them with my fingers. So go ahead and if you will, select a winner for the first one. So I got another giveaway to do, and the second one is going to be for the $20 givey. The second one is going to be for the $20 givey, man. First one 15, second one 20. So if you will, Kimiko or Nate, whoever types in the name first, that is the first givey right there in the chat. Do appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I want to reward you guys. It pays to watch Dtlf. So again, if you haven't already subscribed, and I want to give a quick little shout out to my sponsorship Underdog right here. We played pregame, and I haven't even checked. So let's see what happens. All right, so it looks like it's on you, Kimiko. If you can, pick a winner for the $15 givey. Compliments of my good friend Nate. And then I will highlight it, screenshot it, and then do the givey right after. All right, I will Cash App you guys as soon as the stream is over. All right, final comments, questions, concerns. Oh, you guys are handing it off. Don't make me pick, guys. Dalton needs to step up. I mean, that's a given. We know that. He had one bad game. We're going to take it with a grain of salt. But if he has 2 bad games, now it's really concerning. He has 3 bad games. Oh, God. Oh, God. right? If he has more than that, if he doesn't have a good summer league all through and through, man, it's going to be hard for him to even get his, his trade value up, right? It's going to be really, really tough. All right, Kimiko. No, nobody's picked yet. You guys can still submit your Cash Apps. All right, JoJo Goodwin is the first winner. JoJo, congratulations. Kimiko picked you, man, for as a winner for our giveaway. If you can, do it for me again. Type in your Cash App one more time for me, brother. And then still going to do a $20 givey, man. So if you guys already have it, hit that like button while JoJo types in his Cash App so that I can go ahead and screenshot that and send them the money, the $15 right after that. Compliments of Nate the Great. Why didn't Bronny play? You know what? I think they're trying to stagger them. I think they're trying to stagger both of them, both Bronny and Dixon, because we had a lot of talent play today. So since it's the California Classic, they'll never take it that serious. Type it in with your cash tag as well, bro, just to make sure I get the right one. Type it in with your cash sign and everything. I want to make sure that I get the right one, man. It's Chris. Is that it? Is that just it right there? Yeah, put in your cash symbol and everything, bro, just for me. But I'll screenshot that one just in case I don't get nothing else. That way I know what I'm looking for when I do type it in. There you go. Wait. With the cash tag on the back end? No, it needs to be on the front end, right? Do it right, Chris. Make sure you do it right because I don't want to make sure I send this money to the wrong person, all right? Put your cash tag in front, and then I'll screenshot it. All right, now let's do the $20 giveaway, man. Again, this is just a little token of gratitude from me and Nate to you guys for being loyal members, for being loyal subscribers, for following me over on Playback, all that good stuff. Make sure you type in your cash tag right now, guys, for the $20 givey, all right? And if you already got one givey, you're ineligible for the second one. Yeah, put the cash tag in front, brother. I don't want to get it right. There you go. There you go. Now we got it right. Go ahead and put it up on my screen right here, JoJo. Boom. Gotcha. Expect $15 right after the stream. Now for the $20 giveaway, guys. I should see the floodgates open up, man, with the people here. Putting in your Cash App. Everybody's eligible, man. You don't have to be a member or a subscriber or anything. Just type in your Cash App, and Kimmy Goat will pick another winner. All right. Congratulations to JoJo for the 15. Now we got the 20. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes here to settle in. Really quick, guys. Playback TV, growing platform, amazing platform. If you guys have a chance, even if you don't get a VIP pass, just to be there kicking it with us, man. We'll be gaming later on tonight. We'll be doing a lot of fun activities, man. YouTube and chill, all of that. All right. Make sure you guys follow over there on Playback as well. All right. Gonna give you guys a couple more minutes, man. And yeah, my second channel, you guys been asking for the pod, is coming back starting Monday, man. Brand new podcast episode on Monday. So make sure you guys do follow and subscribe over on Primetime TV. Kimmy Goat already posted the link if she can. And if she will, post it one more time. All right, I think it's time to choose. Whether it's Nate or whether it's Kimmy Goat, one of you guys, man, type out a name for me. I never like picking because, again, I like each and every single one of you guys. You guys have been tremendous here to me in the channel. I love you guys equally. So it's hard for me to pick. So I'll have my moderator pick a winner, or Nate, who's the giveaway guy, right? Pick one. The names are still coming in. Everybody's eligible. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys like giveaways, man. If you guys enjoy free money, you guys enjoy free game and just absolute #1 content for basketball and Lakers talk, tap in, hit that like button for your boy, man. But yeah, everybody is eligible. Kimmy Goat, if you are so kind to pick one name out of the hat and somebody that I can go ahead and screenshot and give you guys that $20 givey. So first givey was 15, second givey $20, man. You guys get rewarded just for watching your boy, just for tapping in, for showing love, hitting that like button, subscribing, all that good stuff, man. I want to reward my community. And again, Nate made it possible. So credit to him. Credit to my brother, Nate, man, brother from another. So whether it's Nate or Kimmy Goat, if you guys will give me a winner, feel free to do so now. Can you win twice? No, you can win one time. I want to go ahead and spread the wealth a little bit, man, and spread the love. You hate picking too, right, Nate? I'm right there with you, man. Oh, D-Free, the very faithful and awesome D-Free gets to win it. And I think, you know what? I think D-Free has won before. So congratulations, D-Free. And thank you for being a brother as well to the community, man. And just tremendous, man. We appreciate you, D-Free. So D-Free is the winner. And so if you will, D-Free, send me your Cash App. If not, I can text you after, regardless. I think I have it here. Yeah, let me go ahead and screenshot this one right here. Congratulations to JoJo and D-Free, my 2 Gibby winners. Man, I'm expecting a lot more entries next time. And we got a couple of entries, but congratulations. Thank you, Kimiko, for helping me. Again, I would never have picked, but you did. Somebody's got to have the cojones in this channel to pick Nate. Again, I want to give you a major shout out to Nate. Thank you so much, Nate, for making both of these giveaways very possible, man. And Kimiko, shout out to you for picking as well. And everybody who entered, make sure you guys stay tuned, because we ever do more, you guys will be available as well, man, for these entries. All right. Thank you guys again so much. That is going to wrap it up for my post-game recap. Lakers lose, but we got another game tomorrow. So stay tuned. And yes, major shout out to the great Nate. All right. Appreciate you guys. See you guys on the next one. All right. Peace.